technologies, discuss their potential to transform how we envision both the maritime infrastructure and emerging information systems and the technologies that drive advancements in science and industry. Hearing couldn't come soon enough. Over the past decade, countries around the world, especially China and the European Union, have turned their attention to their coasts and oceans to investigate the potential of maritime-related industries, ocean resources, as a major source of new jobs and economic growth. The U.S. would be well advised not to ignore this push by other nations to expand their economic opportunities in the maritime economy. If we do ignore it, we risk falling behind in the development, testing, and deployment of the new blue technologies driven by marine data that's easily accessible, interoperable, and we squander future opportunities to develop new products, services, and applications to strengthen and diversify our maritime economy. Fortunately, many of the folks here have not been sitting idly on the sidelines. In fact, each of our witnesses here this morning can attest to numerous achievements thus far and examples of innovation. For instance, a leading-edge, very high-frequency modulated VHF FM communication systems known as Rescue 21 is the Coast Guard's new advanced command control directional finding communication system that's enabled the Coast Guard to execute its search and rescue missions with far greater agility and efficiency. Another example is the Physical Oceanographic Real-Time System, or the PORTS system, a decision support tool developed by the National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration that improves the safety and efficiency of the maritime commerce and coastal resource management through the integration of real-time environmental observations, forecasts, and geospatial information. I'm sure we'll hear from witnesses about these and other activities. A recent article in the Maritime Executive focused on Russian activities in the Baltic and Eastern Mediterranean to jam and disrupt GPS systems that vessels rely upon. And we'll explore some of that with our witnesses. Considering that many blue technology systems rely on satellite telemetry and precision signals for timing, navigation, communication, what would happen to these new assets, whether they are unmanned gliders or maritime electronic navigational systems, if their GPS signals were disrupted, either intentionally or unintentionally? Presently, the U.S. has no active domestic backup timing and navigational system should GPS go down, and I think you've heard me speak on this before, so I won't go on further to say that former Secretary of Defense Ash Carter said it correctly. GPS is a single point of failure. So, a piece of work we need to do. Fascinating hearing. We're going to hear from others. There's so much that we need to do in this domain and in this area so that the blue technology systems are American and used by our mariners and our military. So with that in mind, let me conclude by welcoming our witnesses. Look forward to hearing from you, and I hope to engage all of you in questions. I yield back my time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank the gentleman from California. And this is a great panel, which we have one person, Admiral